Hi everybody, welcome to Psychic Consultants. My name is Agatha and this is your twin flame reading for Christmas 2015 or the holidays or whatever thing you're celebrating for this time of year, the winter celebration. I want to say thank you to everybody that's viewed and liked and commented on my twin flame posts and contacted me. This reading is dedicated to all twins that are separated over Christmas because these times of year can be very difficult. The twin flame journey, for want of a better word, can be extremely challenging, and it is meant to be. It's, as far as I'm concerned, the highest calling for a human being to undertake. And it is infinite in what it can become. But it doesn't have to be painful. But I understand that sometimes it can be, and in those moments we just need some clarity. Clarity is what we seek, and the cards can give us clarity, and this is what I'm hoping to give everybody with this reading. So I'm going to use the same format as I did for the monthly reading, with a row for the feminine twin, a row for the masculine twin, and then a little kind of mini spread in the middle representing the two. I've shuffled the cards. If anybody's interested in the numerology, as we tend to be, I started shuffling at 22:11, and as in 22 the number, 11 the number, and I started recording at 22:22, not deliberately, but anybody that's interested in that. Yes, so I've shuffled for a while, and let's have a look, and I hope we all get some very good messages through to help us for our highest good. So let's have a look. Just checking you can see those okay. There's a bit of light reflections, but I will show you the cards. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Wands, the Six of Wands, and the Ten of Pentacles for the feminine twin. The Sun, the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles for the masculine twin. And we shall turn these later. Okay, so immediately I do have some, these are looking like very good cards. There's quite a lot of balance actually going on within the energies for the masculine and the feminine twins, because in the same position, we both have major arcana cards. So the feminine twin has the Wheel of Fortune, and the masculine twin has the Sun, which are both very positive, great cards. So the feminine twin with the Wheel of Fortune card is, I'm getting surrendering to her destiny. And if you're watching this video, what I always find quite interesting, what just came up to me is quite a little bit funny, is that the word tarot, if you spin the Wheel of Fortune card, it gives you the word tarot. And I heard, yes, well, the feminine twin, she's watching the tarot. So it's a little bit of a kind of humorous message that I got through. But the first idea that I had was that the feminine twin is surrendering to destiny, and that if you are surrendering to destiny, great. If you aren't, then do, because I think what is happening now is that a lot of people are realizing that they are part of a twin couple. I do think there are more twins appearing. And that the first step to things not being painful is surrendering to the destiny, the Wheel of Fortune, letting life take itself where it's going. And cultivating faith, because that's what this is about. But it's not even about having faith in relationships or the twin or any of that. It's not about that. It's actually about destroying everything that you thought about those things, and love. And it's about surrendering and having faith in life itself, in yourself, and in love, and true love. Love that exists everywhere if you open your eyes to find it. That your twin gave you the eyes to see, basically. But having said that, I do feel as though the feminine twin, she does have a lot of energy and desire to rush towards the male, and he has a lot of even though he is actually looking in the other direction, it's still telling me that the feminine twin has a lot of passionate energy and ideas and movement towards the masculine twin, and towards union. Definitely towards union, and believing that union, and feeling optimistic about union, and feeling like she can win it. Because, and she can. I mean, just to give the message now, it's that if you trust and have faith in destiny, in the Wheel of Fortune that is life, and take action from that place, desire from that place, believe in victory, you can and will attain this 10 of Cups, which is often the card of marriage and relationship and community, and for me a very, very strong twin card, because it's about, for me, it's like these two people that are communicating. It's a card of communication, and a card because there are other people around them and kind of watching them and aware of them, and even the two dogs. It's like it spreads out into the community, and that's the point. It's that we learn to embody unconditional love, and then that unconditional love spreads out throughout the world. That's the aim. And it could even be that over Christmas there are some wins. I mean, as in union, for sure. A lot of union in here, because this is the victory card, as you can see from the imagery. It's kind of self-explanatory, and this card, and it will be surrendering to destiny that will achieve that. And maybe even communicating. I wouldn't be afraid to communicate with your twin over Christmas. If you are in a state of love, real love. And I think this is the difficulty, is that often we get unsure whether we're communicating with love or we're communicating with fear. Is it that you feel attachment and you need to talk to them, you need them around, you feel like you need them in your life and this desperation, or is it that you want to express love no matter what, and no matter what the circumstances? And if you're in that place, then go for it. This is what this card's saying: is go for it. If you want to tell your twin that you love them on around the Christmas period, go for it. Because the chances are it's going to be victorious and lead you to something from a surrendered state. So for the male twin is feeling incredible over the sun is the brightest card, and I'm feeling kind of release and like the little child on the horse there. It's just the masculine twin is feeling freedom. And it is of no surprise to me that the masculine twin will be feeling freedom when the feminine twin is surrendering to destiny. Because it's just the way that things work, and that's how it balances out, is that he's feeling a sense of freedom and an immense sense of love. And this is a very good, there is a lot of partnership going on. There's a 2 here, but this 2 of Cups is the soulmate love card, very strong twin card. And you can see from that picture. And then directly below it, the 2 of Pentacles, so balance and movement. I'm getting travel again. He's moving around, which isn't surprising considering people do move around a lot over the holiday period. But he's feeling very loved, and very much about love. Love is all around him, and he's feeling great. So it's a very good place for communication to occur, and I'm feeling like communication is good. This is a good card of communication. This too, going the wrong way. It's like this guy's kind of like juggling 2 things. I just got a little bit that there might be a little bit of juggling. If the masculine twin is in a relationship with somebody else other than their twin, it will be there's a little bit of a juggling. He feels as if he's juggling 2 things. I just got that. And that will occur over Christmas for him, which again isn't surprising. But yeah, he's in a really good place. He's open to love. He's feeling very, very loved and loving and feeling connected, which is what you want, whether you're with him or not. And if they're with somebody else, then you don't have to, but it's just a lot easier to celebrate the love that you feel and that they feel. Because and I know it's like the kind of cliche of the whole thing, but it really is true that if you love someone, you want them to feel loved. And it doesn't matter who's loving them. And to tell you the truth, you have sent, whoever's loving your twin, you are moving through. You are sending energy and love to your twin through that person. You have sent that person to your twin for both of you, for the good of you, because they are there with them to teach them and to love them and to get them into that vibration of love, which is the point of this whole thing. So appreciate that. But he is building. This was in the other reading. We have a couple of cards that were in both readings. This was the crowning card of the my previous reading for the month, which is a card of. I took this to be a card of building the foundation. So there's a huge amount of positive energy around the twin connection and journeys. These are very positive cards. They're cards of building, cards of victory, cards of movement, cards of love, cards of truth, real things. It's all parts of life. It's balanced. With practical and emotional things. There's lots of balance so far. And I do feel that it is that he is building something. He's working. He wants to create something together. That he is. It is just happening. This kind of thing. And the energy from him is just. It's quite peaceful. It's that he's. And it's not peace as in, sitting meditating in a quiet room peaceful. It's peaceful as in when your heart's peaceful, you can go about your day and you can do quite exuberant things and travel around and be very have lots of things going on, but still feel peace in your heart. And I feel that's what's going on with him. He just feels very peaceful in his heart. And the female twins feel really good too. I mean, this victory card is huge, and this, doesn't matter whether you see each other or not, but there's a good communication is good. There's just communication cards all over the place. This is another good card of kind of like communication. And accolades and being noticed. So don't be afraid to communicate, but always communicate in love, which always sets free, not neediness. And your heart will tell you. Your heart knows. If it hurts, it's not true. It's the way things work. Okay, I'm going to turn over the middle cards. Okay, so we have the Nine of Cups, otherwise known as the Wish card. The Five of Swords. This came up I think this was in the last reading as well. Oh no, it wasn't. It was the Seven of Swords. The Knight of Cups. And the Chariot. So there's the energies are kind of huge at the moment. The interesting thing is immediately. So these two court cards, the Knight of Cups, this represents the masculine twin, and this represents the feminine twin. And for me, and how they're kind of moving, they're seeing each other, they're kind of being. And the Knight of the masculine twin, they are looking away from each other. So I do see that there's a lot of separation actually in this reading on a kind of focused level, as in a material level. So the masculine twin is we're both focused. They're both focused on themselves, so they're both looking in this direction. So interestingly, what I'm getting is that the masculine twin is looking at himself with love and his situation and his life and himself with a lot of love. He's being the Knight of Cups to himself. He's looking to himself as with his cup full of love and offering love to himself. He's finally learning to love himself, I'm getting, that hasn't really been going on for him. And that's why I think he feels this kind of relief and this freedom. And the feminine twin is feeling kind of victorious. This card is a card of it's like you've won the battle, but you at a bit of a cost. As you can see, the people in the background are kind of, it's like somehow you feel a little bit bad about it. I'm getting that there may be some a little bit of self-worth or self-sabotage kind of things coming up in that when you've won, because it's right next to the victory card. So it's like, oh, you get the victory card, but then you're looking at this victory as though it's a bad thing, or as though you maybe actually now I feel as though the message is not to feel bad about winning or feeling good, And maybe you're feeling good even if you're by yourself, and you feel like you've won even though you're by yourself, and you've totally won. But then he is alone. This is it. It's like you're still alone. It's like you've won, but you're still alone. The people are walking away from you. You've won the battle, but you're standing there alone with your 2 swords, 3 swords. So I feel as though the feminine twin's still looking at herself with a little bit of disappointment, or a little bit of self-sabotage, or a little bit of unworthiness regarding the victory that she's finding. But we have the wish card at the top. So anybody, I just feel like there's a huge amount of good energy around the partnership, no matter what's going on. And love and emotional, this is like emotional fulfillment, and like make a wish, there you go, it's coming true. And in the layout, as you can see, it's like between this Knight of Wands card, which I took to be like this passionate kind of feminine twin feeling passionate and wanting to communicate, and then this Lovers card for the this 2 of Cups with the masculine twin, and then this wish card in the middle. So this is very, very positive. And I would just go for it. I would go for, if you feel like you want to just say something loving, no matter what, and if you feel like you can, just do it, because it's like a miracle could happen. And I'm And there's at the bottom this Chariot card, which is a card of movement and a big major arcana card. So it's like there's a lot of movement towards. It's moving very fast, the energy, and it is kind of interesting that. I do think that a monthly reading isn't going to be enough, because the energies are moving so fast. So I may do another one. This is just for Christmas, literally Christmas, now until, the 3 or 4 days over Christmas. This is what this is representing. But there's a lot of fast movement going on. And this is always a good twin card as well for me, though there's lots of balance in the tarot. But the kind of sphinxes at the bottom, they're black, this yin and yang, black and white thing going on, the kind of angel wings. And yes, it's just, 2-sided balance and charging forward, movement. And another card that could indicate travel, there's kind of a couple of travel cards in here. But there are really, really good things going on, no matter what it seems. And the masculine twin is in a really good place and doing some really good stuff. And I think what I'm just picking up is that some of the feminine twins they're still a little bit more pulled. And it's just this one card. The only slightly negative card is this one. And it's the way that the feminine twin is viewing all these great cards. For me, it's like it's just that she's still feeling as though she hasn't won, even though she has won. And I feel like it's time, especially if you've been separated and you are separated and it's feeling painful, it's time for you to feel proud of yourself for being on this journey. And it's like a kind of a message to keep going, and B, that you've won the whole you've already won. You're already united. And I know it's like a thing that kind of everyone says, but you've won because you've chosen this. You've chosen unconditional love. And you do have to surrender to the whole thing, or it's the only way it's going to work. You have to let whatever's happening, you have to trust that it's what you've chosen for yourself, because it is. Right, I've got a couple of other decks I wanted to pull some kind of like advice cards from. I'll pull, I just got the intuition to just look at the bottom of the deck for the card, the kind of outcome card, and I got the Hermit card, which I knew was going to come up. before I did the reading. And it is that there is separation going on, and it's exactly how things are meant to be. And I'm also going to take this High Priestess card, as I kind of decided to put them down there and it came up. So these are the two energies, major arcana energies that are going on right now for both twins, the Hermit and the High Priestess. Getting in touch with your intuition, getting in touch with your higher self, moving inward to find your own light. And there is illumination here. Things are being there's illumination here. Things are being illuminated. Things are coming into the light through. And if they're not, keep going in and focusing on you, focusing inwards, focus inwards. And this is what's going on. I feel like there are two kind of groups. There's like one group that really needs to hear that they need to keep focusing inwards and not focus on the other. And there's another group that's just so feeling good and powerful and moving through into much more of this energy. But they do go together. It's like you keep doing that, but it's just that you kind of got this down, and now you've got much more of this stepping into your priestess, your the higher self. I mean, it says the High Priestess. It's high written in on the card. So yeah, that's the advice, or kind of like outcome cards for the Christmas period. I'm going to pull a card from Doreen Virtue's Archangel card deck, which I don't usually use because it has its own kind of messages on it, and I tend not to use those kind of cards, but I've been using them recently, and I've been liking it. So I'm going to pick us an advice, one for the masculine and one for the feminine. So I'm going to go masculine, feminine. So for the masculine twin, we have the Six of Gabriel, which is the equivalent of the Six of Wands. So that's another, balancing, another sign of a complete balance or mirroring in a good way. It says, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project, awards, scholarships, or promotions. So yeah, I think just keep going. And yeah, I'm really just getting that it's just that card just came up as a kind of proof of another sign of balance, of both sides being balanced. Yeah, with that. And then for the female, we have the King of Ariel, which says successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out I should show you better. Your plans are working out very well, professional and financial success, using resources wisely. And this mirrors what was in the general reading for the month. That basically the focus for this month for most feminine twins is more material things, the material world, work, and that kind of thing. And the male twins just kind of feeling like he's much more in a chill out place where he's just enjoying himself. I mean, it mirrors like the guys on the horse, and there's, it's the same energy of the kind of person on the horse, like winning. So they're in a much more kind of relaxed space. But that doesn't, it's not better or worse. It just is. And then the twin is the feminine twin is doing quite a lot of work, and that's cool. And then I'm going to do from the Tantric Dakini Oracle deck, which I used for my astrological sign love readings for the month. It's a new deck that I'm getting to know, and it's all about kind of enlightenment and spiritual growth and things like that. So, and very interesting imagery. So I think it's good for twins. So I'm going to pick one card for the masculine twin and one card for the feminine twin. So let's do feminine twin first. So we have 52, the Rose Garden, which I'm not that aware of, so I'm going to have to... Oh, where's my book gone? Oh, here it is. Get the... have a look, see what that means. I mean, immediately, the roses are, for me, it's a real sign of priestesshood, of a certain lineage that it's just a sign of, I mean, I have this little rose here that I use quite often in this reading, in love readings, because roses, and rose quartz and this is rose scented, and I have some rose scented incense going, so it's not really surprising that rose came up, but it's a sign of, it's a really, really good card for the feminine twin to have, because it's that you are flourishing in your femininity and your spirituality and in your priestesshood, and coupled with that high priestess card, it's a really great card. But I'll just see what the book has to say about it as well. So, it says, the rose garden bears the number 52, signifying the fulfillment of the path of intuition, which makes sense with this high priestess. It says, a highly pleasurable and fulfilling experience, heightening the senses and taking a mystic position within the heart. A special secret experience where the sensual becomes the mystical. At the base location in the Tree of Life chart, it represents a passionate sexual experience or an earthly abundance, a life of luxury. Meditate on this card as the garden of delight, the essential nature principle as embodied within the psyche. So yeah, what I'm getting is that it is that you're exactly kind of as I was saying, is that you're kind of blossoming. And this is all about bringing together sexual desire into higher sacred relationship as well. It's about bringing together kind of like the passion of love, and the softness at the same time. And I feel like actually around this time and this month, there's been a lot of masculine energy in the feminine twin. And it's been good because it's kind of balanced, and it does help. The whole point is that you kind of balance the two, and it helps you, it blossoms, your femininity blossoms because you've got the balance. So that's really good. And let's see what comes for the masculine. Okay, so we've got 23 Maya, how she spins. And this is the Wheel of Fortune card. So, we've got two occurrences of these outcome cards where the feminine and masculine are mirroring each other with the cards. There's a huge amount of balance that's being attained with the twins at the moment. And yeah, this is, I will read from the book, but this is essentially the kind of surrendering to the world and to life. Let me just have a look. Number 23. It says, Maya, how she spins, bears the number 23, signifying the combination of complementary opposites united with the threefold truth of all existence. This number also suggests a midway point through which all sensory experiences converge as a hub of a wheel which emanates everything. says, recognise that youth, beauty, old age, ugliness and death are but transient phenomena, the production of Mother Maya, the great illusion. See through the fabric of existence and try to understand the cause behind each worldly situation. This card indicates the need to withdraw from the ways of the world and to locate oneself in the position of the spinner. This is the way that personal destiny can be transformed. Yes, so that kind of speaks for itself, that's what's kind of going on, and that's the path that the masculine twin is on. I'm really feeling as though the masculine twin is feeling very loved and loving, which is great, and has this Two of Cups there, which is what we want. And there's still quite a lot of work focus. Can be, Pentacles kind of work for the female twin, and coming into balance and balancing her masculine and feminine aspects, and that's really good. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Do email me at agathapsychic@gmail.com if you would like a personal reading. I do get kind of other messages as well that come through, but they can be extremely useful, and a lot of good information can come out in the twin readings. I do have to tell you that what tends to come out in my card readings is generally is a lot of focus on you. So the message that I kind of have for people, it helps to tell you what you need to do for you, basically, and give you advice and take action on things, and also just things that you don't know that we need to know. They just, the cards, they just tune into it. So yeah, if you're interested, do give me an email, drop me an email, and I can discuss how that works. Otherwise, have an incredible Christmas. If you are separated, don't be sad. It's not the point. But if you are, basically the way to transcend it is to feel it. So I say don't be sad, but feel what you feel, but don't hold on to it. Don't, it doesn't mean, it's not wrong that you are separated. It's right. Separation is part of the journey and the path. You're walking the journey to the destination of where you want to go. You're not moving backwards. It's exactly where you need to be. So just remember that. Lots of love to everyone. And I shall most probably see you all in January and do a reading for January. Merry Christmas.